Google's I/O 2026 Chrome announcements were pitched at devs building websites. Nobody in that keynote talked about the flip side, agents consuming the web. That's where 90% of small business automations actually live. Lead scrapers, price monitors, invoice pullers, competitor trackers. If you run any of those, 2 of the 3 Chrome updates matter more to you than to the audience Google was targeting. Most recaps rank these tools by web dev usefulness. I'm ranking them by scraper maintenance cost. I've been debugging headless Chrome flows in production for 18 months across client automations. Here's the reframe Google didn't give you. Google put 3 Chrome AI tools on the I/O 2026 stage. Chrome DevTools for agents, AI assistants inside DevTools, and modern web guidance. Every recap I've seen ranks them the same way Google did, in the order that matters to a web developer shipping a public site. That ranking is wrong for anyone running automations. Let me split these 3 into 2 buckets. Bucket 1, build the web. Bucket 2, consume the web. Modern web guidance lives entirely in bucket 1. If you're not shipping a customer-facing site, skip it. It's noise for your use case. The other 2 are consumption tools, and that's where the real unlock is for small businesses. Start with Chrome DevTools for agents. On paper, it gives an agent a structured view of what's actually rendered in the browser, not a raw HTML dump. In practice, this changes how a playwright or puppeteer scraper survives contact with a site that keeps redesigning itself. Here are the real numbers from a lead enrichment stack we run for a client. Roughly 40 target sites hit per day. Before this tooling, about 1 in 6 scrapes broke on a selector drift, meaning a CSS class changed or a wrapper div moved. Debug loop per break was around 20 minutes. Open DevTools, hunt the element, patch the selector, retest, redeploy. With structured DOM context handed to the agent, that same debug loop is running around 4 minutes. The agent proposes the new selector. You approve, done. That's 16 minutes reclaimed per break. Several breaks a day on one client. Multiply across a book of business. The second tool, AI assistance inside DevTools, is even more underrated for scraper builders. It helps you reverse engineer a site's network calls before you write a single line of automation code. 90% of the time, the site you're trying to scrape is already loading its own data from a JSON endpoint. If you find that endpoint, you skip the browser entirely, skip the captchas, skip the headless overhead, and just hit the API. The site is hitting itself. AI Assistance in the Network tab surfaces those calls and explains them. That's easily 80% less trial and error on a new scraper build. So the honest ranking for a solopreneur or small team operator is inverted from Google's. Number 1, AI Assistance in DevTools, because it shortens every new automation build. Number 2, Chrome DevTools for agents, because it shortens every maintenance cycle on the automations you already have. Number 3, modern web guidance. Ignore unless you also ship websites. Here's your practical takeaway for this week. If you're running scrapers, lead enrichment, price monitors, or any browser automation that keeps breaking every time a site redesigns, that's exactly what we rebuild at BizflowAI.io. Go see the kind of consumption-side automations we ship for clients. Hit subscribe and ring the bell, so the next AI tooling breakdown lands in your feed.